Hanlon Crusader here, and welcome to part 20. Well, it's been an eventful weekend, and with the road run and bits and pieces gone on. As you can see behind me, we've got no tank on the tractor. Well, it was a cause of food problems, to be fair, and along with a few other teething troubles that we had prior to the road run, one of which was the water pump. But anyways, the water tank, the diesel tank is sprung a leak late on Saturday night, and so we repaired the leak and did a quick run up the road and back. Everything seemed to be okay, all ready for Sunday morning. So Sunday morning arrived and set off for the road run, me and the two boys, and got about a mile up the road, and it popped and started leaking another one. So I repaired it on the roadside, self tapper and a fibre washer, and so we went a bit further, and lo and behold, it did another one. So I had to make the decision that let the boys go on their own, and I'll drive this one back to the yard. It was still leaking, and we repaired it, and then we put it on a trailer and took it to the road run on the trailer, and took it off the trailer to go into the road run gathering, and which you'll see on the video, and you'll also see us on the start of the road run. But I didn't actually go on the road run. I took it back to the trailer and put it on the trailer, and we towed it round behind the truck on the trailer because I couldn't afford to run it and spring another leak where the leak was further underneath the tank, whereby I wouldn't be able to get at it to drill it and put another self-tapper in, because I couldn't afford to be on the side of the road with diesel pouring out my tank, 8-9 gallons of diesel, and not being able to do anything about it other than stand there with my finger over it. Well, it just wasn't an option, so that's the reason why we put it on trial. So yeah, eventful, probably an easy word. It's been eventful and quite stressful, but we sort of got there, but not quite the way we wanted to do. Anyway, I've got a fresh tank put on now, and this Sunday, we've got another road run, which is the FORDSON road run, which is a lot closer to me, and we're going to give it a go there. So all will not be lost. I will have, at least done the road run like I said I wanted to do. But anyway, sit back and enjoy. It's all on the video, and you'll see the chain of events that's happened. Right, so process being slowed down again. So we put fresh kingpins in the axle and new pins and bushes in the track rods, and because we couldn't fit the track rod on after we'd done, because like this bit was twisted. Now whether that bit was twisted or so much was twisted, the track rod looks nice and straight and square, but we was up to like about 1/8 of an hole out, and it was this side was looking down, and I had to square him back like that in order to get the pin to line up, and so it makes you wonder what's gone on in its lifetime, whether the wheels have been hit and whether it's been dropped and the axle's bent, or there's so many things you're never going to know. And so we had to do the same with this one. And you might say, well, why the hell didn't you swivel this? Well, you could have done once upon a time, but once they got it set, you see, they've drilled down the join and knocked the dowel in, so it acts as a key. And I had this one off to have a look. And so really you can't, if you did disturb it, you would have to drill a fresh hole. Well, for me it was quicker just to warm that bugger up and twist it. So that bit there, and just twist it. So yeah, I mean, I ain't put that one in because the other things are red hot, but I could see through it and it was lined up. So yeah, that's all good. I mean, you've got new kingpin this side and new pin and bush in that one. So, and of course, now I can just put my hands on there, look, and it steers lovely. So, I'm chuffed with that now. So, another delay in the job. You say you're going to do this, that and the other, and then all of a sudden something else crops up. And but anyways, I'm going to get my wheel bearings organised, and when that's cooled right off, it's fairly well. It's still warm. Yeah, still warm. But when that's cooled off, I'll chuck some more paint on it, and that can be drying while I'm sorting the wheel bearings out. So just another spoke in the wheel. Yeah, there it goes. Right, so that's the front end pretty much done. I've just got to make gaskets for the hubcaps, and you can see the hubcap's missing on that one. But yeah, so from the steering wheel forward, it's all but finished. So we're going to lift the back end of the tractor over a bit because she's sort of hooked itself over too close to the blooming outside the workshop, and I can't get the bloody wheel on. So I'm going to lift her up and hook it over. We've got plenty of room this side, and then I can fit that, which is what I'm doing now. And so we'll get the first mudguard on. So yeah, today's Monday and it's dinner time at the minute, so we're cracking on. Okay, so I just took the diesel tap out, drained the diesel off, and took the diesel tap out, and I've just got the little O-ring in there, look, which I'm fetching out, and I wonder why it leaks. Well, if you can see, look, it just absolutely rock hard, just breaks up into little bits. So we'll find a new O-ring and pop on there, and that should solve my diesel leak with a bit of luck. Right, so I'll put the O-ring in there, and that seems to cure that. And I've also put an O-ring in that fit in there along with the olive because it was weeping. But anyway, it seems to have sorted itself out now. Got no drips at all, so we'll leave it like that for a minute, and I think it'll be okay. So here I am now, and I'm ready for this at long last. I moved the tractor over so we could, got room in here to work, and so that's what I'm about to do there. The only thing I was going to do, I was going to fit the floor plate onto the mudguard first. So so in order to do that, I'm not going to mess about trying to do it on the floor. I'm going to clear my bench up and put it on the bench, get the floor plate bolted, and then put it straight on the tractor. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, well, it's Monday night and it's 11 o'clock, just gone. So we've had a fair day. We're as you can see, we've got the front wheels and all that on. We've got some new screws coming for the hubcaps because I've only got one set of 3 and the other 3 were all mismatched bits and pieces. Anyway, she's all there, look, and first mudguard's all fitted, and all done. All the bolt heads have all been painted now, so she's all on there, look. Still dry all in there, which is good. So yeah, drag links all on now, look, steering's all done. And I put my lighting tube on there, wiring tube for my headlight wires, and so we're winning. I just got to fit the other mudguard. Well, I've got to fit the other mudguard, but what I've got to do to it first is I've got to weld like that bracket on, that top bracket. It's got to be welded on the one on this side. But other than that, and a coat of paint, then it can go, because they're all been done. I've got to put the oil back in the gearbox, because when you take the bolts out of the bloody trumpet housings to put your floors on, but the oil runs out, so I'll let all the oil out again, and until I get mudguards bolted up and happy, and then I'll put the oil back in. So I think that's about up to date then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about up to date. I did have a subscriber ask about was I going to do anything with the steering wheel, and I just replied to him, well, no, I'll leave it like it is, give me a bit more grip. But no, I will sand it down, put a bit of filler in it, sand it down for the road run, and then I've got to see about getting a new steel rim for it, or have the rim redone. But for now, I'll just have to fill it in, smooth it off, and that'll do. I could nick a steering wheel off one of the other tractors, but it's just sort of defeating the object, robbing Peter to keep Paul going. But anyway, so yeah, quite happy with that. The air cleaner's a little bit on the wobble now, because I've just had to alter it, or got to alter it, because the press tin bracket is right tight on, and I can't shove it forward, so I'll just have to cut a little bit off there, so as I can get clearance to get it straight up again, and then I'll make the bracket. So it's just as well I didn't make the bracket in the first place, because it would have been wrong. So yeah, so that's it then. Monday night gone. So Tuesday should see my mudguard bracket welded on, and all my bolt locking tabs for the hubs will be done tomorrow, and in position and painted. And then, like I say, the other mudguard will be done and painted. So that'll be sort of like Tuesday gone. So on Wednesday, I'll be fitting the other mudguard and the brake drums and the wheels. And then Thursday, I'll be going for a ride. So that's where we're at the minute. You're now up to date. So it's night, and I'll catch you up again tomorrow. Okay, so that's the right hand mudguard. It's fixed, as we've said before. So the left hand one I've just put on, just giving it a dry run, just to make sure that everything lines up, which it does. The bolts are in. Now all I've got to do now is I've got to drill my 4 holes in the back of this plate, in the back of the mudguard, and then weld through onto it. I'm not going to drill this one, I'm going to drill the mudguard itself. So but I can mark around that now, so I can get the holes in the right place, and spot weld the bracket to the mudguard, and then that's it done. And just need to be colour coded to match the rest of the tractor. And I've done this little bracket in here, this one here, look, and the one around the air breather. And I've had to modify this one. I've had to bend it round a bit to get that bend in, and I've already cut some off a bend, but I can't afford to cut any more. So that's what I've had to do to get round that one. It don't look too bad. So that's where we're at this morning, and today being Tuesday, of course. So we're alright, we're winning there. So we'll get that one spot welded on there, and then I'm going to tack these bolts and split the drums off, get the bolts in, and then get them painted. And I can fit the back plates and shoes all on today. So yeah, we're winning, we're getting there. See, they always look a bit narrow gutted when you look at a narrow wing from the back, because I'm always sort of used to seeing like the wide wing out here, and but anyway, we're cracking on. Okay, so that's assembling the first hub with my locking bolts, so they can't twizzle, because when I get the brake drum on top of that, no access to the bolts. So that's sorted out, and the other ones are all done, just need assembling. Once I've got them assembled, we're then got to do some paint, get them painted orange. Just wants the drum knocking off and popping the bolts in, and then yeah, assemble it up and paint them. Get them orange tonight. The other wing's already been painted one side. She's outside, drying off. So it's there, and I shall flip that round tonight and give it its colour coat on the other side, and that's everything painted. Then tomorrow morning I'll pop in here, assemble the mudguard, assemble the drums and the brakes, and stick the wheels on. So yeah, we're sound, we're doing okay. Okay then, today is Wednesday. So we're assembled the back plate, got the brake drum, the brake shoes and everything on, and the hubs there just got to be lifted on now, and the cone put in. And when that's all done, got the bolts in, look, with the locking tabs, so they can't spin. And when it's all done, it looks a bit like this. Then a tyre stand about 3/4 of an inch bigger than a 28-inch tyre does on a FORDSON rim. And because with this one having a straight flame cut axle, it still makes it look like the front is high and the back is low and got small wheels on, but it's not at all. It is because it's a flame cut axle. So we'll have to see. We'll get it out on the road tomorrow and see just what it does. But at the minute, the engine's not revving as hard as what it could do, and I suspect it's more to do with the airflow, same as it is with the P6. So that's another little bridge we've got to cross when we get there. So yeah, I'll crack on and get the other wheel on, and I'll catch up with you later. is alive. Got no drawbar on it as yet. The gearbox is a bit noisy, so we're going to give it a quick run and find out. Okay then, so when we thought we got all done and dusted and going for a ride, up pops another problem. And as you can see, we got the wheel off and the pulley off. Well, the fact that remains is on my return journey to the yard, went to pull in the yard, put my foot on the clutch, and she just kept sailing in. So I had to go by the yard, turn around in a gateway down the drove, and then come back and just pull the stop out as I was coming into the yard. The clutch just went to the floor, no effort whatsoever. Anyway, what I've done is, where's my torch? I took the wheel off and took the pulley off so I can see what's going on. And in there is the clutch fork shaft. Look, you can see the hole and the shaft, the pins come out. And so it looks like on the bad boy, because the pin's here, nothing wrong with the pin, but it seemed like I didn't put the slip pin in. So yep, guilty. But hey ho, what happens? And at least while I'm in here, I can redo the transmission brake now, because it just wants utching up a tad, so it comes on a bit quicker. So yeah, we'll pop that pin in, and of course we have another problem as well, and that's with this. We think the generator's up the spout. What it's doing is started up, charges as normal, and then when you get going down the road, all of a sudden the ammeter shoots right across. Not on a discharge, but on charge. And when we get back and we put your hand on the dynamo's red hot. Well, we've changed the cutout, we've changed the ignition switch, checked the wiring, and can't really find anything wrong. And so there must be something going on in the generator, because well, it gets red hot. So we're going to change that next and see if that cures the job. But I mean, this is here now Friday evening, and it's 8:30. Look, we just had dinners. It's just gone off. Right, so here we are in Saturday morning, nice sunshine, and as always, day before the run. Look, yep, water pump leaking. So I've got to get it off. I've got another one on the combine engine down the bottom. Hopefully it'll fare better. It's been good. It's just started leaking like last night. I had another ride in it this morning, and you can't wobble it there, but when the fan's on you can wobble it, so it's not safe to use anyway. Anyway, I'll crack on and get it changed. Okay, so we've had a fair share of problems with doing the water pump and so forth. Only to set out on the road run and end up with what looks like the baffles come loose in the tank and has broken, well, one would assume it's spot welds or whatever out. So I was in here on a Friday night, sorry, on a Saturday night, and the tank sprung a leak. We've been up and down the road and done several things with it, and so we plugged Toby. So we plugged it with a tail snapping screw and a fibre washer and an O-ring. Yeah, fine, not a problem at all. So that's that sorted. So we're all up and running now, and sort of getting ready for the road run Sunday morning. So this morning we got up, started to go for the road run, and we got about a mile up the road, and lo and behold, we had to plug a second one, which is there, look. So oh, sorry, that's the one with the yellow mark on it. There you go. And so we plugged that. And then my grandson noticed there's no one on the other side. So by that, I got the boys to carry on with the road run, and we abandoned this one and brought him home. And by the time we got home, the other one was leaking badly, and it's there, right behind the what's the name tube, electric tube. Can we see it or can we not? Oh, there it is. There you go, look. Another one. We plugged up. So by this time the tank was dry. So we took the decision not to drive it there, because if we'd got one further round under the tank, I wouldn't have been able to get a screwdriver to got one in. So we aborted the road run to a point where we put it on trailer. We took it on the trailer, and then we went in the unloading field, and then where all the tractors was opposite side of the road, we unloaded it and drove it into yeah, where you start your road run, like. So people could see it basically. A lot of people was there, wanted to see it. A lot of people have been following me, and I'm pleased there was. Sad to say that we couldn't take it on the road run, but we did take it round on the trailer behind our truck, and you know, so it did do the run, but not under its own steam, only because of the porous tank, because the vibrations, I suppose, when it gets going, it's just shaking it, and you know, I couldn't afford another hole, because if you got one that far in where you couldn't get a screw in it, you got a full tank of diesel there, what would you do? You're miles away from anywhere, or miles away from home, and limited resources. So that's why we said we would not do it. But we have got the FORDSON road run this coming weekend, and hopefully we're going to get sorted out so we can have a go there. So yeah, trials and tribulations. We had a few setbacks with pinning the clutch, and then the water pump, and then the blooming tank leaking. So not to worry, as I say, there'll always be another day. Well, there will, but not a lot we can do about it. Just crack on and, you know, do another one. So that's it then, boys and girls. Just put that in your toolbox. What are you doing, eh? There's my other two tractors, the roadless and the P6. Unfortunately mine's on the trailer. There's not a lot we can do about that. There's less than half the tractors here. We're in the industrial estate the other side of the road. And well, parked on the roadside and all over the place. I don't quite know how many tractors there is, but there must be 70, 80 tractors altogether. So, okay, so now we're on tank number 2. It's my last one. Yep, Toby dogs and Rusty dogs. Hello, Rusties. Hey, good boys. So yeah, this is the last rear infill tank that I've got. I've got a gallon of paraffin in it. I've been rubbing it down and nothing's appeared to show through as yet. So hopefully it'll be okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the tank now. I've just emptied the other one of diesel, and so by as I can go on the FORDSON road run, which is right next door to me by about 3 mile, probably 2.5, 3 mile, and we'll try that one, see if we get on better there. I'll give it a good run round this week. I've got time now because I know the tractor's okay. Before I go, make sure we don't get nothing appear, leaking likewise. But yeah, we thought the other one was okay for a while. We was running up and down. The water pump was okay, and then all of a sudden it decided to leak like hell. So yeah, you never know, do you? So we'll try this. We'll crack on, and I'll catch up with you later. Okay then, so the tank's off the tractor. My new tank has been painted. And there is a difference in them tanks, look. Although they're end filled, that one's still got its pressings, look, but I have one put in the middle. So which would suggest to me that that's still a very early tank. And this one's got the end fill, the same, but it's just straight line, look, all the way down, look. So it was a purpose-built tank, end filled tank. And that was obviously an optional one off the line where you could have had, you know, both fillers, centre fill or rear end fill. So yeah, there's a bit of history there. So I won't fit that until morning, let that paint go right off hard, because it'll only get bloody fingerprints all in it and make a mess. Catch you later. Okay then, so I come in here this morning and I fitted the new tank. Got it all painted yesterday, and that's dry enough for it to handle this morning, and we got it in. And there's the old tank, and just so you can see, I've got the two screws there, look, that we had to do is here's spot weld next door to it. And you've got more spot welds around there, quite big dimples, look. So whether somebody's been in there and tried to repair the baffle before, and now it's started to crack out, I just don't know. And there was the other one, look, that we had a job to find, which was under the tube. And had one of these gone, I mean, you've got two there, look, and had they have gone, they were directly underneath the tank, and that one, there's no way would you have got a screwdriver on there to do anything with it to seal it. So I'm sort of pleased, sad that we didn't do the road run, but pleased that we did what we did to get out of trouble, as it were. So yeah, so there's my new tank, all nicely painted and fitted in. It didn't fit in quite as snug as the other tank, but it's in. And looking at the tractor, you wouldn't know anybody different like the fair, other than it's got the straight ribs down and hasn't got like this belly bit in the middle. Yeah, unusual tank. So yeah, I mean, the job's a good one. I'll just show you how I had to redo the diesel line. I had to put the diesel line from my tap, look, there's a tap, and just route that round there, look, and a banjo on the other side of my water trap, or sediment bowl if you like. And that had gone in there, sealed up a treat, everything's dry. I've been down the road on it, and I'm sort of moderately confident now that, you know, with it not leaking, I dare do so much with it. And so yeah, the job's a good one. So really then, guys, this is it for this series. We did just about manage it in 20 hits, but yeah. So the thing is, what do we do next? Well, I've got to go cut the bloody grass and cut some edges for start, because it's all sort of caught up on me a bit. But the projects are, or could be, well, they are, but let me just move a few bits here. Okay, it's a bit cluttered up. Right, in there I've got a Perkins with a rotary pump on, look, 6-cylinder, and that's a 6305. So it's the next sort of step up from the P6. I've got a job for this. I've got the kit, albeit it's got a lump broke out the side, it's got to be repaired. And I want to put that in an E27N to and put my mill loader, my muck loader on it, so I can load my spreaders with a E27N tractor. And then this tractor and two of the others will be pulling spreaders. So we're sort of working towards getting like a muck spreading gang together of days gone by, and this will be one of them tractors. So yeah, E27N 6305 into E27N is one. It's dark now, so I'm not going outside, but I've got a muck spreader, Massey Harris muck spreader to restore, just to rewood it basically, and do the bottom chain. And then the other thing I've got to do, or the other thing I would like to do, is, I suppose we should be doing, is my combine. I can show you some of that. Get my torch. I'll just turn you around. Right. Let me. This one's hiding as well, but at least it's in the workshop and under cover. That's the thing about it. Right, under the covers in here. Just there. That's another 4270. But this is my combine engine from my Massey 788 Special. And I've got a new corn pan to put in the combine, which is the silver bit standing there, and a few more bits besides just around the corner. And the engines wouldn't start, and it basically it got about 120, 130 fair gap in the rings. So I've got a new set of rings, so I need to just re-ring it, build it back up, and then we can put it back in the combine. And hopefully this harvest I could have the two Massey combines running together, my 788 and my 780 Special, which is something I've been working towards for a long time. So we've got 3 projects then. Give me your thoughts. What do you think we're going to go for next? Yes, I do need the combine. Yes, I do need my muck loader tractor, and obviously we're going to need the spreader. So we could probably fit 2 in. We'll probably do the spreader along with the others. But tall order for all of them. Probably that one would take the longest. Combine would be the next longest, and the muck spreader would be relatively short. I've only got to knock the wood out, put fresh wood in, and repair the bottom chain. I've got some new links here in a box, which is there. New bottom links, and then there'll be a few links I'll have to repair. And probably a couple of new tyres, which I've got as well. So, yeah, your thoughts then. What do you think? What do you want to see next? Combine, rebuild, put the engine back in it, get it working, because I've not had that one working before. 6305 in the E27N for my muck loader tractor, mill loader. My muck spreader, which is down the bottom of the yard, which I'm not going to walk down there tonight. My Massey Harris muck spreader. So 3 projects there. Give me your thoughts, what you think we're going to go for next, and we'll catch you on the next one. Something completely different, make a nice change.